Okay, this says you have W, which is a differentiable function. All that means is that it's a continuous graph and the slope exists everywhere. And WT represents the amount of water. Okay, always look at units when we're doing interpretations. In a tank after T hours. What's the best interpretation for W prime? So really, they want you to interpret dW dt. So I think I'll always think about units first. So the units on dW is gallons. So the units on time is hours. So you should pick something where the units are gallons per hour. So it can't be A because it's using gallons, okay? And can't be D. So that 4 is telling us what happens at 4 hours exactly. And because the slope is positive, it means that the amount of water is increasing at that rate. So the answer choice would be B. Next one, you've got another differentiable function, P of t, but notice this time P of t is actually the rate at which pineapples are being shipped, okay? And the units are pineapples per week. So it's not the number of pineapples, it's the rate at which pineapples are being shipped. And it says, which of the following would justify that the number of pineapples shipped is increasing? So this is what it's asking. So anytime I ask about, or they ask about increasing, decreasing, you need to take the derivative of whatever they're asking about. Well, they're asking about the number of pineapples. So I need the rate or the derivative of the number of pineapples, but P of t is already the rate equation. So I just need to know what happens at P of 4, and it has to be positive for it to be increasing, so it's A. Okay. Next one, you've got W of t, another differentiable function, which means it's continuous. And W of t, again, represents the rate at which water enters the tank. And then you've got another equation, R of t, which is another rate at which it is removed. So it represents the slope. And it's asking us to find the expression that represents the rate of change to the amount of water. But it wants to know, when is this rate decreasing? So again, when they ask about increasing, decreasing, we have to take the derivative of whatever they're talking about. In the above questions, we were talking about number of pineapples. So we needed the rate of the number of pineapples, which is P of t. Here, I want the decreasing of the rate of the change of amount. So W of t is the rate, so I need that derivative. So we really need to compare W prime versus R prime. So if I want it to be decreasing, really, I need this to be negative because I need more coming out than going in. So your answer choice would be D. Then lastly here, you are given a velocity graph. When is it moving to the left? Anytime we talk about movement, we are looking at velocity. Moving left, if we're only moving right, left, means velocity is negative. So negative just means this graph is below the x-axis, which is D.